Oh my goodness, Carrie Fisher, help me Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now that's what I call a grand opening, and it must have been particularly difficult to give a speech at such an event when you don't even know if you've been yet selected. Hello, I'm Cris Franco at KCET Studios for this special airing of the award-winning documentary, A Place to Live, The Triangle Square Story.
Very good, Cris.
Thank you.
And I'm Leyla, Farah, and this is Sheila, the Director of Programs and Elderly Outreach for Gay and Lesbian Elder Housing. And we're also with Noam Dromi, the Executive Producer of this fantastic documentary. Sheila, why is it so important to have social services or programs as part of gay and lesbian elder housing?
Well, I think it's important for us to all think about that when you build housing, that's not the only need that any senior, but particularly LGBT seniors might have, that it doesn't stop there, that there are other complex needs that seniors have, and particularly for the LGBT community. Oftentimes the barriers that exist because of history really kind of preclude them maybe from approaching mainstream services. So having programming at Triangle Square becomes really important in terms of access for our residents.
During this broadcast, we're dealing with the housing plight of our LGBT elders. We're also giving you the chance to share this heart-wrenching film with your friends and family while making a difference for us here at KCET.
Please call 1-866-523-8200 or go online to our secure website, kcet.org, and make a generous contribution of $50 or more right now, and we'll send you a DVD of the program you're watching. You can help make sure that KCET keeps this kind of important and provocative programming on the air. Now, how are audiences reacting to the film, and why do you think it's so important that everybody see this?
You know, I think what's really incredible is remembering this. Getting old is an issue that's going to affect you whether you're gay or straight. What's been absolutely heartwarming and touching is seeing audiences react in general. It's made people realize that this segment of the LGBT population hasn't been properly served, and their stories really haven't been told. Audiences have been so receptive, but I think for us as the filmmakers, the fact that young people have really responded to it, not only thinking about their loved ones, perhaps grandparents or friends, but also how the issue will impact them. It's really been incredible, and so far nothing but incredible feedback, and we're really privileged to be a part of it.
It's great. It's a human story, and it's an LA story, which is also to your credit that you know, we're trying to here at KCET show our stories, and this is a perfect example. This award-winning film goes deep into what it's like to be alone and uncertain about such an important thing such as where you're going to live. It's a story that many of us can relate to, along with the fear, powerlessness, and hopelessness of uncertainty. So please, show your support right now for interesting and important topics that our entire community should be aware of. Please pick up the phone and dial 1-866-523-8200 or go online to our secure website at kcet.org. And if you contribute $50 or more, KCET will send to you a DVD of the program you've been watching, A Place to Live, The Triangle Square Story.
It's the story of people who make a big difference, including the Gay and Lesbian Elder Housing Organization, which started in 2001 as a way for LGBT seniors to find affordable and safe accommodations. Working with the socially conscious nonprofit housing developer McCormick, Barron, and Salazar, they created the very first affordable housing complex for low-income LGBT seniors, Triangle Square in Hollywood. Sheila, how do you, as a social service provider, address what must be the complex needs of this community?
Well, you know, I think it's really important that we address the issues at Triangle Square ourselves as a community. And I think what's really become very apparent is the way that the community comes together to care for each other, really kind of creating a family, if you will. But what's really important, too, is to also recognize and realize that, as you talked about the LA story, that it's really a community story in general, and that we really turn to our partners to help us. So it's not only within, but it's also without. So it is, like you said, it's a community story.
Oh, and one that is going to be playing out more and more as we age and as we try to figure out how to continue our lives. You know, nonprofit organizations keep the ball rolling. They are able to establish the important issues and find innovative ways to help. As a nonprofit, KCET has been here serving your community for over 4 decades and has broadcast some of the very best shows and series ever to be aired on television, delivering programming that enlightens, educates, entertains, and informs. But we couldn't do that if we had to have commercials every few minutes. It would interrupt the concept. But it's thanks to you and your support that KCET continues to bring you hard-hitting local and international news, educational programs, children's programming, and family entertainment 24/7 days a week. So please, make your tax-deductible donation right now. Just call us at 1-866-523-8200. Go online to kct.org any time of the day, or you can even text message.
I love the text.
It's new, it's now,
fantastic.
it's a good way to do it. A donation text to the letters KCET to 50555, and you will see a $5 donation on your next phone bill.
So easy.
Yes. Now, why is it important to donate to nonprofits like KCET is what I want to know. Leyla.
Oh, KCET is a unique element in Los Angeles' community. We are the only place where you'll find the kind of programming that matches the interests and needs of our local area. I
sprung that little question on you.
You did, and I hope I did okay. Did I do okay?
Great.
Very well.
All right.
Yes.
Very well.
So tell us to pick up the phone right now.
That's right. And call 1-866-523-8200 or go online to kcet.org. Are you going to do the fingers?
Yes,
okay.
kcet.org.
And when you contribute $50 or more, we'll send you a DVD of this incredible film, A Place to Live, The Triangle Square Story. It boggles the mind to think that it took until 2007 to complete the first affordable housing project for LGBT seniors. Sheila, one more question.
Sure.
What makes Triangle Square so important to those who live here, to those who live there?
You know, I think that what makes it very important, at least Triangle Square, is the sense of community. That, you know, we have social services in place, we have partners, but I think what really makes Triangle Square important to the residents is that they really, as I said before, are really taking care of each other. And that's where the beauty, and that's where I think really the vision of this community becomes a reality. So it's not only the brick and mortar, but it's really those who live there now. And I think we have to remember too that these were those you talked about advocacy, that these were the leaders, these were the people, our foremothers, our forefathers, who were out there, who picked up the pickets, who fought for our rights.
Who were out loud and proud when it wasn't cool.
Absolutely.
You know?
And they take
cool
that
where we are today.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for
and
the
they
work
take that
they did.
same type of leadership where they live at Triangle Square, and they make a difference for each other.
It's amazing.
Yes, there is still so much more to do, but thank goodness for organizations like Gay and Lesbian Elder Housing and the nonprofit housing developers McCormick, Barron, and Salazar. Without them, the beautiful new building in Hollywood known as Triangle Square and its power to touch so many lives would not exist, and it is beautiful.
It is.
And it's thanks to your support that essential nonprofits like KCET exist. You've relied on us all of these years for unbiased reporting and programs that really make a difference, like the enlightening film you're watching today. We are your community voice, and we are committed to bringing you the best that TV has to offer. KCET brings that commitment to the Southern California community, even when others won't. But we can only do that with your continuing support. Right now, we need you to pick up your phone and call KCET at 1-866-523-8200 or log on to our secure website at kcet.org and make your donation there. Contribute $50 or more to KCET and we'll thank you with a special DVD of this award-winning film, A Place to Live, The Triangle Square Story. Noam, in what ways has this film had an impact on the LGBT community as a whole?
I think it's really interesting to recognize that there's a perception that the LGBT community is young, typically affluent, and the extent to which younger people have had an opportunity to look at it and start to think differently about what they're doing, that's been incredibly impactful. I think any piece of filmmaking that can galvanize a community, that can be a catalyst to a conversation, is ultimately a tool that we all really feel is necessary and vital to ongoing discussion.
Yes, you know, up next, it's what we've all been waiting for. Exciting. Who made it and who didn't, as A Place to Live, the Triangle Square Story continues only on viewer-supported KCET. I know who got it, but I won't spoil the surprise.
No spoilers.
No. It's a beautiful ending. That's why.